October.
Hi, my name is Monsterboy Roc and welcome to the show. Well, Inktober has come and gone, but now you might be asking, hey Roc, yes viewing audience, what about Inktober 52? Good question, viewing audience, to which I answer, like the previous 4 Inktobers, this year's Inktober event contained some prompt words that were also part of October's Inktober 52 list. Which ones, you may ask? Another very good question. And we can find out by asking our very good friend, Sir Seymour, the Inktober Skeleton Assistant. So, Sir Seymour?
Yes, my friend?
What were this year's Inktober prompt words that also happened to be October's Inktober 52 prompt words?
Well, this year, Inktober had 5 prompt words that were also part of Inktober 52, and those prompt words were boots, nomadic, journal, expedition, and landmark.
Thank you, Sir Seymour. Now, seeing as I've already drawn those comics for my Inktober video this year, I'm going to replay that footage in this video for all of you to rewatch. Or maybe even watch for the first time if you haven't checked out the Inktober video yet. And if you want to check out the Inktober video after this, I'll have a link to it in the description down below. But in the meantime, let's roll that footage. Here we go. For the prompt word, boots, I drew a comic in which Melanie shows Lisa her brand new snow boots.
Hey, Melanie. Wow, I love those new snow boots you have on. Only, why are you wearing snow boots now when there's no snow in sight? You know how my mother is, Lisa. She always wants me to bring in my snow boots before the snow comes, which would be fine, except she makes me wear them so much, I always wear them out before a single snowflake hits the ground. I'll tell you something, Lisa, my mom is one Cocoa Puff short of a cuckoo.
Next up is Nomadic, and I drew a comic starring Petunia and her mother Penny for this one, in which Petunia is making a diorama for her school all about nomads.
My diorama all about nomads for school is turning out really nice. Hey Mom, did you know that nomads are people who never stay in one place for very long? They roam the earth, going from one place to another, so they can find things like food and pasture. Why yes, Petunia, I did know that. I went to school when I was your age too, you know. Oh, yeah, right.
For Journal's comic, River is writing inside her journal, and she is writing about her wonderful day she spent at the Secret Beauty with her best friend, Russell.
Dear Journal, Russell and I had such a wonderful day over at the Secret Beauty. We had a picnic, we swam in the river, and finally, we watched the sunset. We even held hands for a whole minute while watching the sunset. I wish it could have been longer, dear Journal. I wish I could just tell Russell how I feel about him. Maybe someday I'll be able to muster up enough courage to tell him. Maybe someday. Signing off for now. Love, your friend, River.
For Expedition, River and Russell discovered a cave over at the Secret Beauty, so they invite all of their friends on an expedition through the cave so they can try to discover what is on the other side of the cave. Now I should point out that this comic is actually a follow-up to the Inktober comic I made earlier in October using the prompt word Discover, and this comic was followed up by a comic using the word Jumbo. You can see those comics in the main Inktober video, but for now let's hear Seymour read this comic again, shall we?
Alright team, today we begin our expedition to try and find out what is on the other side of this cave that Russell and I found the other day. Now it might take hours, heck, it might even take days to find the end of this cave. But in the end, I'm sure it's all going to be worth it. That's great, but do you think we can stop for a bathroom break before we get too far along on this expedition?
The last prompt word for Inktober was also the last one for this month's Inktober 52 prompt words. That word was landmark. And for this comic, River and Russell are in a hot air balloon so that they can fly up close to a very notable landmark.
I'm so glad you came with me and my family to visit our old home, Russell, but we just couldn't leave until you've seen Chicago's beloved landmark up close, the Sears Tower. Sears Tower? I thought it was called Willis Tower. Russell, nobody in Chicago calls it Willis Tower. You'd think after being here a whole week you would have picked that up by now. Oh well, silly me for assuming, I guess.
And there you have it, my friends, the October comics for Inktober 52 2024, as drawn by yours truly, Monsterboy Roc. I hope you enjoyed those comics because I had a lot of fun making them myself.
And all you citizens out there can read those Inktober 52 comics over on Instagram.com/TheSecretBeautyDrawings, Facebook.com/TheSecretBeautyDrawing, or Twitter.com/SecretBeautyArt. The links to all three of those websites will be in the description down below.
You're absolutely right, Sir Seymour. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you could sorta kinda consider this video a sneak peek of my big Inktober 2024 video if you haven't seen it yet. But now if you want to go back and see it, I shall remind you that the link to it is in the description down below, so you can view it there.
Please be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified for whenever Roc makes a video.
And I have a playlist in which you can view all of my episodes from latest to oldest, and you can view them all there. And with that, my friends, that brings us to the end of this video today.
We hope all of you citizens out there have a very, very nice day.
Indeed, Sir Seymour, indeed. We'll see you next time, but until then, take care, everybody.